the importance of communication and the importance of business operational tips and resources that anyone would need when running a business. So I tell you guys all of this for the week so you are able to now understand, okay, I know what I need to do as a solopreneur. I've written down my SOPs. I have a process for my workflow, right? For my B2C, my B2B, my products, my services. And I understand I need to have a shared vision along with a mission statement, right? And you need to be able to recite that vision to people that you're going to delegate some of these SOPs and workflows we talked about. Putting all of that together, now it's time for you to actually execute on that delegation. Now it's time for you to decide what you need. Do you need an executive assistant? Do you need a virtual assistant? Or would you just rather have an OBM and then have maybe a couple of other virtual assistants? All right, so I know all of these new tech terms are like, what is an OBM? What is a virtual assistant? We knew it once as, someone you would hire outside of the country, most likely in India or other countries such as that, would go ahead and handle one-off tasks. That is essentially a virtual assistant. So a virtual assistant is like the doer. You have these things that you created a list, you created your SOPs, you created your workflows and your processes, you wrote that down. Now you're able to delegate it. So that's the doer. The virtual assistant, the executive assistant, these people would be the doer and helping you and supporting you in your business. So you decide, exactly what qualifications that you're looking for. I always suggest when you're looking to hire out, especially a virtual assistant, you want to look for someone who has at least a couple of years experience under their belt. It's great to go ahead and get someone who's just starting out. It's just, you have to have a lot of patience, right? Same thing with you, because they're running their business as well from a home office. And, you would have to have some patience with delegating some stuff to those people, unless they're already versed in administrative services. So you want to make sure you have a good handle on your workflows, your processes, your SOPs, everything that you need to get done, that you have you want to cut down on the time away from some important things that you need to do. So you want to make sure you have exactly what you're looking for in those tasks that you need to delegate. Okay. And then once you have that down, you're going to correlate that with a person's experience in application softwares, past experience with client relationships, handling customer inquiries, the client success manager, things like that. Someone that is motivated and enthusiastic about supporting you and supporting business owners, period. You definitely want to look for references when you're looking for a virtual assistant, and any type of support that you're looking for. You definitely want to make sure you have references from those people so you know what you're getting yourself into. I always say when you are hiring out, especially when you're working remote, request them to tell them about themselves in a video. Yes, because on the phone is good, but when you can actually have a personalized video of candidates, that's where you can see, if there may be you guys click and it's just all good, you feel like you're feeling the energy. That's important. So I would suggest you all require at least a video of them telling you about themselves and telling you about their experience and why they chose to come to your business to help you. So that's super helpful, I think, when you're hiring a virtual assistant. You also want to think about the applications and softwares the VA already has been working with. So if you're looking for someone to help you with social media management, you probably want to go ahead and check out their social media. So you want to, if you're trying to get someone to help you build up your social media, they probably should have some sort of following, right? And some sort of organization within their social media channels. So those are the type of things you want to look for. What else? Now, if you decide that you want to go ahead and hire out, you have to decide whether you're going to be looking for more so of a virtual assistant, a social media manager. You have to know which lane you're putting your contractor in. And I say that because you want to be specific. You don't want to be everywhere or want the VA to do everywhere and every which thing. You don't want that. Even if they can do it, you want to make sure that you kind of start them out in understanding you, how you run your business, your policies and your procedures, and that you guys have a good, a good rhythm together. It's kind of important to kind of handle maybe one or a couple of tasks, or maybe just one department at a time. We're just going to stick to this lane, and you're only going to do client relations, and I just want you to answer emails, because you want to have a good grasp on their capabilities, right? And you don't want, I'll say you don't want things mixed up in your business, because especially if you're new to hiring people and you're new to like the HR realm, you want to be mindful of that when you're contracting out. Be mindful of that. Start with little things at a time, and then after that, you can gradually increase the workload. That's for a virtual assistant. Now, once you do have a virtual assistant, or you decide, you know what, that's just not what I want, and I want like some more help. I want like someone to be over my business and run it. And if they have some support staff, that's okay. And they can go ahead and work on that. That's perfectly fine. That would not be a virtual assistant though. That would be an online business manager. Yes, and that's actually the services that I do actually. I work with a couple of clients. I run their business online, and it's like the online business manager in that realm. They are like over all the projects and operations and the finances and the metrics. So basically, we would come up with like a strategy of what you're looking for, a strategy as far as support, as far as your basic administrative services, as far as your marketing vision, as far as the full vision of the company. So it's like a high level view of the overall operations of your business. So it's still you having hands off, and that OBM or online business manager managing support staff like the virtual assistants and anyone else that would be already working in your business. So it sounds, and I guess in the real world, it's kind of like the chief operations or chief of staff. If you're thinking about it within a business environment, like in an actual office environment. And I think a good metaphor is like, okay, so if a virtual assistant and an OBM are working in a clothing store, the VA would be more like stocking the shelves, fixing all the clothes, and the OBM, online business manager, would be managing the business. They're over, they're making sure everything is done and all the numbers line up. That is the job description that I would describe as an OBM versus a virtual assistant. So you need to decide which one is going to be more of help to you. It is best to have both, though. I will say that. It is best to have both, because the OBM doesn't really, they're not the doer. They're not going to do, or they may not even have time. Like I said, I have a couple of clients and I don't have time to do what all that needs to be done as far as the little thing, the scheduling, the traveling arrangements, the front, the client relations. Those things are done by the administrative staff. The virtual assistants would do that. So when you're inquiring about contracting out and having some help, think about what is going to support you more. What is your, what would best describe the things that you need done, and of course your price range. And you want to think about, like, just how you would want your business to be run. What do you see your everyday life? How do you want that to go? Because that's important. Do you want to be in everything? All right. Because when you have an OBM, you're not going to be micromanaging. I would hope not. So you want to think about that before you're hiring out. Some online business managers, they have their own support staff where they do have VAs that can help them while you guys are building the strategy and coming up with new ideas and new projects. They would have some support staff to assist you with that under their company. So that is definitely something Savvy Empire Consulting is currently working on, to have other virtual assistants, but mine would mostly be project based unless they're trying to like get their feet in the virtual assistant world. So just some key tips. That's why it's important, guys, to make sure you're writing things down, to make sure you're being cognizant of, you know, how your communication is, and make sure that you're being cognizant of the vision of your company, because it is so important. You are there. You want to hire people and you want to inspire them to work with you. You don't want to just hire anyone and just do the regular work, because we're in this business, right? Where we're not trying to do the 9 to 5. We're not trying to do the regular old, go to work and just not be happy. Like you, not saying that that's everyone, but we know a lot of people that they have that lifestyle. You want someone to be interested in what you're doing, to really be inspired. So the clients that I work with, I only work with career coaches. Like I work with career coaches, DEI or diversity, equity, and inclusion consultants. I work with executive strategists. These people inspire me. So I enjoy working with them. That's the type of commitment you want in your support staff. You want someone who's going to enjoy and be inspired while working with you. So as a business owner, as someone who's, you know, also the hiring manager in HR, you want to think about that when you're interviewing candidates and when you're deciding, okay, now's the time. I think I'm ready to go ahead and hire some more staff. So I think those tips are really good for you guys to use. Let me know if you have any more tips. I'm super excited. Again, my newsletter will be coming out at the end of this month, so make sure you guys tune in. And just keep Savvy Empire Consulting on your brain, because we're going to help you with your business ops. We're going to get you going. We're going to go ahead and help you with the virtual assistant staff. That's why I'm here. I'm here to help you. Okay? You guys have a lovely weekend. Stay tuned for Monday for more Savvy Biz Tips at 6. Bye.